What's up everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Monster Hunter Wilds video. Well, the new update is finally here and we have a Monster Hunter Stories 3 quest. This quest is called a Royal Request and it is nice. We're going to get ourselves Palico Layered Armor. Today, I'm going to walk through you step by step. You know what to do. Lego! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, in order to kick off this quest line, you want to head over to the Scarlet Forest at the base camp. Now, once you make your way over to the Scarlet Forest, you need to speak with this one NPC over here. The name is Soul. After you finish speaking with Soul, he's going to introduce you to Rudy. Rudy's going to be the Palico from Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter Stories 3. Specifically, we're going to get a new quest called a Royal Request. And this time, we're going to have to deliver 4 Muncie eggs. In order to get everything prepped, I want you to do one thing. Come over to the support desk and come over to manage pop-up camps. Head over to the Scarlet Forest and set up your camps. It's going to make it a whole lot easier to get this quest done. Make sure you bring some dung pods for sure, flash pods, and maybe a ghillie mantle to help get past the monsters that will be stalking you as you hold these eggs. And one more thing, make a meal that will increase your stamina. All of these will help you complete this quest a whole hell of a lot faster than you would otherwise. Okay, now that we have that out the way, in order to start the quest, come over to optional quest and a royal request will be right here for you to do. But to make it a little bit easier for you, what I want you to do is make a SOS request. Come over to SOS flare request, set it to delivery on high rank, and now you should be able to find yourself a royal request. Only 2 players can do this, and it will save you about half the amount of time to do this quest than if you did it by yourself. So, once I started up this quest, the guy, Shadow Nova, I spawned into his quest, and, well, he was already holding a Muncie egg, which is good for me because it's going to make this quest a whole hell of a lot faster. Now, you might spawn into the quest, and it might be 3 out of 4 eggs done, but you can fail this quest. You can crack 5 eggs, or you faint 9 times, and the quest is over. So just keep that in mind. That's why it's super important to bring those dungs and to bring a ghillie suit or maybe even some flash pods to help get you by some of these monsters. Now, for me, I had an option. Either go look for an egg myself or make sure this guy get back home safe. So I decided to make sure he get back home safe, and now, well, you can get kind of like a bird's eye view of how it is to bring back one of these eggs yourself. And we're about to do it ourselves, so GG's right there. But once we make our way back to the base camp, you essentially just go ahead and set it down, and 1 out of 4 is done. Definitely helps having 2 players do this, for sure. Now for me, I still needed to find an egg. So how do you find an egg? Well, in order for you to find an egg, it's kind of going to be proximity based. You just need to search around until you see an egg on your map. Now, once you see an egg on your map, well, then you can hightail it back to the nearest camp. But if you have yourself a pop-up camp, you can head over to the pop-up camp instead, making your time a little bit faster. So here is the first egg that I ran into. Like I said, it will pop up on your map. Now it's time for me to bring it back to the camp, but I'm bringing it back to a different camp, a side camp that we just had. Made a pop-up camp. It's going to help out a lot. Trust me, my dude. So for this footage right here, you just seeing me try to run away from these monsters. Now, they will spawn in some Rathalos. You need to put down your egg. If you have those dungs, yo, use them. Even if you have the smaller ones, I have the large dung ponds right here. Yeah, you hit 1 time with the large dung pile and they will fly off. Then you can grab your egg and continue on your journey. Here's the thing, it's not just 1 time. They're gonna come back multiple times. So make sure you have everything restocked all the way up. You make sure you have 10 of those dung pods ready to go. For me, I had large dung pods and I had the regular dung pods as well, and it definitely helped out. I ran through all of my large dung pods. All right, I still have my flash pods, which I could have used, and a ghillie suit as well. But, you know, this is what I decided to do. The dung pods worked out tremendously. Now, here comes some more monsters. Like, you have a lot over here during this quest. So, in my opinion, make sure you bring yourself a dung pod. And make sure you bring a lot of them. They always come in twos, too. So make sure you just keep that in mind. It's just not going to be one Rathalos. It will always be two. So make sure you bring those dung pods, because each time these monsters come at you, it's going to be two of those at least large dung piles that you're going to have to toss, which means you only have a few encounters that you can use these dung pods on before you run out, which kind of sucks. Now for me, I'm looking for the nearest camp, and I'm like, not going home, we're going to this one right over here, which will be the pop-up camp. And thank goodness I came to the pop-up camp instead of the one that they was pointing me to, because this pop-up camp actually set me up to be super close by another egg. Now what's cool about this is that the other guy, he just put in his second egg. So we're already down 2 out of 4. Which is nice. We only need 2 more to do in order to complete this quest. So once again, the Rathalos come back, you put down the egg, you get your dung pods, you hit them with the dung pods, they fly off, and then you can continue on your journey. And like I said, they always come in twos. So just keep that in mind. Use your large dung piles. The large ones help out tremendously, helps cut out on the time a lot. The smaller dung pods, you're going to have to use a little bit more in order to make them go away. All right. So for me, I'm about 154 meters away before we can finally deliver our egg. And what's also kind of crazy, but also cool, is that the other guy that I was with, he actually was about to deliver the 3rd egg. We would have been done. But, well, the egg cracked. And well, it was up to me in order to get her done. So boom, here is the next egg. We are 3 out of 4. And well, I turned around and the egg was super close by. Might be different for your gameplay, your game session, of course. But for me, delivering these to the optional location, which would be this little pop-up camp, helped out tremendously. Now for me, the next egg was super close by. Like I said, thank goodness I decided to come to the pop-up camp instead, because it was only a couple of meters away for me to pick up my next egg. And like I said, the other guy, he actually broke his egg. So remember, you can fail these quests if you break 5 of these eggs. They are breakable, my dude. So make sure you handle them with care and put them down before the Rathalos come stomping around and stomp out your egg. All right, you don't want that to happen. So make sure you have those dung pods. The larger ones will help. The smaller ones, you're going to have to toss more, like you see me doing right here, before they finally run off. That's why I say bring the larger ones. Make sure you craft 10 of those bad boys. It will definitely help you out. And if you're doing this solo, you're going to need more mats, my dude, for sure. So do like I do. Come over here and come do an optional side quest, right, with the SOS flare. Make sure it's 2 of you guys doing it. That way it can help you out on the time. Still, it was almost about 15 minutes for us to complete this quest. And voila, and just like that, we are done with the quest. Well, almost. We're done with this part of the delivery quest. Now, after we finish delivering our 4A, you can go ahead and end the quest. You're going to get some new items. We get ourselves a new pendant, which are appraisal talismans, which is pretty nice. Head back to the Scarlet Forest and speak with Rudy in order to complete the quest. Now, after you finally finish completing the quest, it's time for the real rewards. And that is our lovely Palico Layered Armor right here, like you see my dude have on. In order to get this one done, all you have to do is just go to your Palico Armor and put it on, and voila, just like that, your Palico will be looking nice in the Royal Request quest is done. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. Now, as always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Game. Upload a wide variety of videos range from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.